I got into football by watching it with my dad. It was my dad's favorite sport, and it was something that I saw the athletes were bigger men with fully developed arms, and I thought there's no way I could play it. But then I saw that they had kickers and punters, people who kicked the ball, and I thought, wow, I could actually do that. And after that, I started to fall in love with it because it was something I could do.
So, what was the reaction of the coach of the first team you tried out for?
He was very nervous for me. He thought that I was going to hurt myself if I wasn't paying attention, and he didn't know where to put me. But once I explained, like, Coach, let me be a kicker, and that's where the bond started to grow with my teammates, and they started to respect me more, and that's how I got into the sport.
Okay, so you were feeling pretty good about yourself at that time. And
Yes.
I've seen you kick. You are a hell of a kicker.
Thank you.
I mean, accuracy, length, the whole 9 yards, man. You're terrific. So, after high school, what did you decide you wanted to do?
I wanted to play in college and go to the highest level possible. I thought it was best to get an education as a backup, but my main goal was to be the best kicker I could be.
Okay. And how did you decide on a college to go to?
Um, I was looking at different colleges, and I wanted something close to my faith and also something that I can get a good education, and colleges that were interested in me and me sending out tapes of me kicking. And the most interested one that I thought that I liked was King's College in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Okay. You mentioned your faith. Well, you're Italian, obviously, or Catholic. That kind of
Right,
goes hand in hand.
right.
Um, did you depend on your faith a lot as you were pursuing this goal?
Yeah, I thought that if I was going to be able to reach the highest level of what I wanted to do to inspire others and to kick, I needed my faith to help me through all the trials and tribulations of everything that I was going through with my disability and just everyday life.
Okay, so what happened once you got to King's College?
Um, it went really well. I made some friends, and I was kicking for the JV team, and that was my first semester. And then we got into spring semester, and that's where things went downhill.
What happened?
Well, I kicked doing a kicking drill, and my leg went up in the air, and I fell down, and my leg twisted, and I was in severe pain in my knee. It was a pain that I couldn't even describe to you. It was just shooting, and I was just in so much pain. And I remember the coach yelling at me, get up," and my teammates thought I was joking around, and they were laughing, and I just remember that it was a tough moment for me right there, and his teammate helped me up.
How long did it take for your teammates to come and help you?
Too long. It was over a minute before they realized that I wasn't joking around, and they realized I was in severe pain.
Okay, and what happened then?
Um, so I got helped up, and then I was evaluated by a medical trainer, which are the athletic trainers, and they told me basically I have a sprained knee because there'd be no way on earth I'd be walking on it and moving around. And at first I was like, I don't know, it hurts a little too much to be a sprained knee. But they said, no, you should be fine in a couple of weeks, if that.
Have you ever had a sprained knee before this?
Yeah, I have, and I just knew that this was something more serious than just a sprained knee.
So you had a basis of comparison.
Right, right.
Okay, so what happened after that?
After that, I went home for spring vacation, and I told my mom about the severity of the pain. I told her before on the phone while I was at school, so she got me an appointment with the doctor. She's a nurse at the Cleveland Clinic, so she was able to pull some strings to see me a doctor right away. And he did an x-ray, and they said I had a torn ACL and a torn meniscus, and they were shocked that I was walking on it.
How did you feel about that?
I was just in disbelief that I went through all that and I was able to walk in so much pain. But at the same time, I just couldn't believe that the school didn't accommodate me more, and they thought it was just a sprained knee at the time. But at the same time, I knew something more serious was wrong.
So after your ACL tear was diagnosed, what happened?
After that, I went back to campus to finish up the semester, and to describe it, it was probably the worst experience of my life because I had no help. Having a disability, being born with half an arm and missing an arm on my left side, I was having trouble getting around, but also having just one leg, it really crushed my spirit. And I had to walk from at least a half a mile to class, and I would limp. And not one time had anyone tried to offer me help, or the school made no accommodations for me whatsoever.
How do you feel about that?
It hurts, you know. I mean, they preach family, family, you know, this is a family environment, and, you know, they're supposedly Christians, and, you know, what would Jesus do? And this is how they treat one of their supposed family members, you know. It was horrible.
So you left King's College after that.
I did.
Why?
I just felt in pain and the suffering I went through, and I realized that they didn't care about me, and it seemed like they were just wanting me there just for, like the school wanted me there just so I could pay fees and all that stuff, and it was, I just really didn't feel family love there whatsoever.
So what did you do after that?
After that, I had surgery on my right knee, and then I recovered myself, and I got back on the horse to try to kick again, and I sent some tape outs to some local schools and schools far away, and I attracted the attention of Siena Heights in Michigan.
And how did that work out? I mean, did you end up going in?
I did go there, and it was one of the best experiences in my life, but at the same time, I still had doubt in my head from what happened at King's College, and I thought I was okay mentally, and long story short, an experience that I went through at Siena Heights where I dropped something and I heard people laugh. It brought back trauma from when I went to King's College, and I just felt disbelief after all that.
When they laughed at you at King's College, how did that make you feel?
It made me feel less than human, that I was just some piece of property or trash, that they didn't care about me, and I was just a disabled kid. And it kind of brought back, you know, being in childhood when kids would pick on me, but even then I earned the respect, but I just was surprised that a bunch of adults were doing that.
Okay, after that unfortunate incident in the cafeteria, how did that affect you? I mean, did that affect your wanting to continue going to this school, or?
I just wanted to leave at that moment right away, and I just wanted to be home with my family, and, you know, I wanted to figure out my life, and I don't know, it hurt really bad.
So, have you come to terms with it yet?
I say yes and no. I think God puts certain situations in our life to help us grow as people, and it made me a better person than I am before. I am a better person today, but I had to go through counseling, and I also went to a medical facility that worked with psychology in the mind for 6 months in Louisiana called St. Christopher's. And after that, it really screwed me over, but I'm recovering every day, and I don't think it's something that I'll ever not have, but I definitely think it's a lot better than what it's been.
Okay. Do you see this affecting you in your future?
I think I'll use it as motivation to help others. I'm currently at CSU trying to be a teacher, and I want to help and motivate students any way I can and show them that you can't just pick on people and laugh at them and get away with it and do what you want just because you're in a higher up position.
Or you're better off physically? I I get the feeling that although this has traumatized you, you're gonna overcome it.
I know I will.
You're gonna get back on top.
I will. I will.
God, I'd love to see. You know what I'd love to see? You get on a football team and just kick fucking ass, and those assholes at King's College going, fuck.
Yeah,
That would be nice.
that would be really nice.
Oh. Okay, my friend. I think we're good.
Okay, cool.
That was very, very well said.
Okay, cool.
And the emotion was there, man. I mean, you held it back, but it's there. You can see it.
I tried to focus more, and I was a little distracted by getting the questions, and